Hello, this is a video to go through the accounts tab of the database. So this will show you how to do the invoices. Once you've put all the children's information into their main form, including their contracted hours and their day rates, if you go to the yellow button, which is the accounts, and initially I'll show you enter payment charges. Now this reminder pops up that the first action that you need to do is putting in the date. So I'll show you, it automatically goes here. What I'll do is I'll go to a new invoice. So the first thing that you need to do is put from when the invoice is going from. So I'll do this one for August. Without having a date in this box, all the information that you put into the invoice won't be saved. It doesn't know where to go. So I'm going to do from the 1st of August till 29th. And then one way that you can do the invoice is by putting each of the days that the child will be attending your setting. So as you can see that this one comes to you for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll just go through the calendar on each of the days the child is going to be there and just go through the month. And then for this one, only the days that this child, so only the fees that are going to be applying for Jenny will be available for the drop down. So you just go to put the charges again for different days. And then it will show you here, if you save it. So this total here, that's from these days that you've put in, will be sent over here. So the total so far is 387.75. Now the accounts tab, the first tab that I'll show you, these three amounts that come in the total, if you manually put them into here, and save it, this will then record each invoice that you do for this child. And if I just show you by minimizing view payment history. So if you enter the date, so it's a bit of a window either side. So if I put from the 1st of the 5th, 14, until today's date. So that will come up with, and you can say the one that I've just put in there was 387.75. So each month that you do an invoice, if you manually put the information over to the accounts tab for each invoice that you do, it will total up in here and you'll have a record of all the different invoices that you've sent out and the monies that you've come in. And if I go back into this one, the next one I've explained on a previous video. So this just means that you can record if they've made an overpayment this month from a voucher. It also means that you can record if you're getting monies in from BACs, from different childcare vouchers, that can all be put in here. So it has the total at the bottom, which is 387.75, and you can say that you had one voucher come in. You can say another voucher came in. And then you know that there's £20.75 still outstanding, which you should be getting by, say, a BACS payment. And then once that's come in, you know that that invoice has been paid, and you can tick that it's been paid and archive it. The next one, if I show you for the holidays, this enables you to put in, say, for example, how I do my holidays is that they get charged at half rate, whereas some childminders do a certain period that they're able to have the half rate before it goes back to full-time rate. But this basically enables you to do that without having to put in any refunds anywhere. So if they were doing a day rate, so it's half of that, which is £10 a day. And I'm going to say that these children are on holiday from the 4th until the 13th. So it automatically calculates that they're having 9 days on holiday. And so what I would go to do is delete the days from their contracted hours that they are going to be on holiday. So this just means that there's the days that they're not in your attendance, it's not calculated on there, but you're going to get the half rate through here. And you'll see that by doing this calculation, it's taken over to the holiday charge and added into the total. There is also another tab, which is the sundries. Now this one is a really useful one because you just put a sole charge, one charge, and the reason for doing so. So you can say that you've done extra car journeys, say if you're doing a pick up and a drop off to a different school that you charge for. It also means that any admission costs into play areas, if you've had to buy nappies or any other charges that you come across, you can just put in there. So you can say £3 because you had to buy nappies for the parents to reimburse. And again, this will get taken over to your total. So what this will mean is that you can put the rate that the government gives you, which is what you're going to be deducting from the parent's invoice. So say you're getting £5 an hour from the government and you're claiming 6 of these from the child for the child. Now all you do is you tick on how many weeks that you're going to be claiming this for. So say if it was 3 weeks in this same month, it's £90, and then you'll see over here that it's deducting £90 from the total. Just save it. It's totaling it all up for you. Another way of doing this, if I just show you quickly, is on the main form. So if you were doing 6 hours, say 3 hours on a Monday and 3 hours on a Tuesday that are going to be government funded, what you do is you click on here for the hours. So I've put 3 hours here, so 3 hours to claim on a Monday and 3 hours to claim on the Tuesday. So what this does is reduces the hours and therefore reduces the day pay that's going to be claimed. So each week you're claiming 6 hours of government funded hours. And this will be pulled through to the invoicing. So when you do the drop down, it changes. I'll leave those off for now. So that's 2 ways that you could do the government funding, either directly from the main form or using the tab in the invoicing. The part-time tab is quite a useful tab if you've got children who come to you in the morning or in the afternoon, say before and after school, or especially if they then come to you for longer hours during the holidays. So what you can do in a month, say how many days they're going to be coming to you before school in a month, so let's just put 15, and how many hours within those days that they're going to be with you per day, so they're going to be 2 hours a day. You need to put the day rate in there, so if we're going to put say £3 an hour for those ones, and then that will be taking that up for you. And then in the afternoon it's going to be the same number of days for after school, say for 3 hours in the afternoon, and it's going to be £3 again. So again it totals up for you. And then it may be the case that it's a split month, so if they're going to do say if there's a holiday coming up, you're going to do full days, then you can put those in there. So how many days in the month? So you can put say 15, and the rate is your higher rate, say for example, and then again that totals it all up for you. So if you're using this one, if you tick that tab, then obviously it will change it over. So rather than putting the contracted hours in, it's changed over and it's put this amount over. So it just gives you a bit more flexibility. So rather than having to put AM and PMs 3 days in for each week, it's all there. Let's check that off. For this one for the year, this is where you can average the payments. Say if you've got children who attend just term time only, on this one you're able to put the number of days per week. So say if we were to put 4 days a week, and then we can put for 39 weeks, which is their school term. And then what this would do, data there. So it will now show you that the total is 6,825 and you're dividing it into 12 equal payments. So what it will bring it to is to be invoiced each month for £568.75. So it's a way of averaging it all, so you are able to send this invoice to the parents and they know that it's going to be the same amount each month, that they're in turn overpaying in the holidays and underpaying during term time. So again, if you were to tick this method, it overrides and it has that payment amount there. From the dates, this is just another method of using for a quick invoice. So what you could do is just put from the 1st of August until the 29th of August, and then how many days you're going to be looking after. So put say 20 days within those, and the rate, and then it will come up with the total amount. And again, if you were to click this method, it overrides it again, and it will be £100. So it's just another way of doing it, that rather than having to go through the month, if your child comes and it's pretty much the same each week, then it's probably easier than going through and clicking all the dates within each month. So you can just put it and use this one. The quick pay method is again another method that you can use. So depending on which rates you put on the main form, to click on here, number of days each week, and you can put 4, and then how many weeks within that month there are. So if it's 4 weeks and it's exactly the same each week, then again it just totals it up very quickly for you. And then again, by ticking this one, it overrides it to put this total into the total box. Now the sibling tab is a way that you can put all up to 3 siblings all on the same invoice. So as we've seen from the main form, that we've got 2 siblings at the minute, which is Jenny and Jessica. Now on this one, what you can do is do the full month period, so 1st till the 29th. There we go. And the number of hours or days that could be in there. So obviously if one's going to be a bank holiday, then you're just going to deduct that day. So if we say 18 days, and if they're on a day rate of £20 a day, so this one just multiplies this £20 by the 18 days and comes up with the amount. So you'll see that by ticking the sibling pay method, it overrides this again, so it's this method that's been put through onto the invoice. And by clicking on the short invoice for the sibling one, which you'll see the pictures match up with, you'll see at the top it's Jenny and Jessica. So both of those 2 children are on this invoice, and the total's there.